students. Today I want to go over our first assignment for our animal research project and how you guys are going to be learning about your animal and researching about them. Okay, so first thing, right, you want to make sure, as always, right, every day when you start, you go on your Google Slides assignments, right? The slides that shows all your assignments for the week. Okay, this is this current week, May 11th to May 15th. And then today is Monday, so you will go to Mondays. Now, instead of having science and writing separate, I have combined them, and it is now called Animal Research Project. Okay, this is where you'll be doing your science and writing activities. Okay, for the Animal Research Project on Monday, that is what I'm going to go over in this video, and then I will continue to make a video each day for each day's assignments. Okay, so for today, you're going to, first thing you need to do is watch this video that I'm making right now, right? You will click here to watch that video. Okay, every day I will be posting a video here, and I want to make sure you watch it first before you go and try to do any of the assignments. Okay, because I go over in detail how to complete the work. Okay, so make sure you watch it first. Then you're going to click here to learn more about your animal research project. Okay. All right, so now we're going to research our animal. So we're going to click here to view our class webmix with research sources. So I have created a site where it's going to include all of the websites and sources you will need to research your animal. So you don't need to do any outside researching on your own. You can click here and it will take you to this page. It will open up a new tab. Okay, and this will come up. Okay, this is going to be a site where you can find information on your animal. And what I want to explain, right, is that each one of these boxes are called tiles. Okay, and I want to read you the directions that I say. It says, next, click on the tiles of the animal you chose for your animal research project. Now, everyone should have picked their animal, right? They filled out the Google form and told me what animal they want to do their project on. If you have not done that, please make sure you fill out that Google form. I have it on Google Classroom, so please fill it out to let me know what animal you choose, okay? All right, so once you've chose it, you're then going to go to the tiles of that animal. The tiles will take you to different websites to learn about your animal. Take notes on important facts you learn. So I do suggest, using a piece of paper while you're looking at those different websites to jot down the notes, the fascinating facts, right? Today is focusing on fascinating facts about your animal. Fascinating means interesting, right? Something that's different, something that makes the animal different than other animals, something that sounds interesting to you, right? An interesting, fascinating fact, okay? All right, so now I'm back on that Symbaloo page, and to get to your websites, you go, so let's say you're the pandas, right? Your animal is panda. I'm going to go over to the panda tile, and I'm going to click on one of them. Okay, this one takes me to a website that is all about panda facts. Okay, this would actually be really good for a fascinating facts page, right? You can go through here, okay, and find some interesting facts about animals, okay? Now, see how it has all this information? I don't expect you to write every single word. I don't want you to, right? I want you to go through and read it and pick out, summarize it, right? Pick out some words that would describe that fact, okay? And I'm going to show you some examples with my animal in a little bit on how to do that. Okay, so you would go through, look at the facts, and then when you're done with this site, you wrote down some, interesting facts, you then want to exit out of it, right? You don't want to have a bunch of tabs open because then you'll start to get overwhelmed. So please exit out of it before you go back and click on a new one. Okay, so then, after you're done looking at that one, you want to click on another one to learn more facts about your animal. Okay, you want to make sure you're clicking on the different websites because you don't want to get all your facts from one website, right? You want to do a lot of research, okay? So I provided at least 3 or 2 for each animal. So you can click on these websites to find information on your animal, okay? Now, I'm going to show an example using hippos, okay? That is going to be my animal that I'm going to be doing my animal research project on. Okay, so let me click on one of these pictures of hippos. It will then take me to a website. Okay, and then I would scroll through and I would look for something that's fascinating about hippos. Now, I want to stay away from anything with food or where they live because I'm going to be writing about that later on this week, right? We're going to do where your animal lives and what your animal eats. Okay, so when you're doing fascinating facts, try to find some other information. Okay, so I would go through, I would read it, and then I would pick out some fascinating facts about hippos. Okay, I would get a few from this website, and then I would click the X. Okay, and then I would go to the other one. Okay, click on it, go through and read it. And you will notice some of these, they have a lot of words, right? These websites. So I do suggest, when you're looking at the websites, that you do look at them with a parent or an older sibling so they can help you read some of these big words, okay? But again, I'm going to go through, read it, find some interesting facts about hippos, okay? Now, I already did that part, to save some time, so I'm going to share that with you in a little bit. But I also want to show you, so now these tiles of your animal are websites to find information. Another place you can find information on your animal is Epic. Okay, so I'm going to click here. Okay, and then we're going to sign in, put your code. Now, everyone should know the code by now if they've been using it. Click on it. Okay, and you'll find your name. Now I'm going to click on student. I made a student account. Now, what you're going to do, I'm going to be assigning you books on the animal you choose. So that's why it's important you fill out that Google form to tell me what animal you pick so I can assign you books on it. Once I've assigned you books, you're going to go to Mailbox. Okay, click on Mailbox. And then you're going to make sure you're under Assignments, okay? And then whatever animal you're doing your project on, I will have assigned you books on it. So I'm doing mine on hippos, so that's why I have hippo books here. I'm going to click on it. Okay, and then I have books about hippos, and I can click on them, I can read them. This one will even read to me. Right, so I'm going to click on one of them. And these books are really good for the students to be able to find their own information, right? They don't really, most of them are at our reading level. Some of them, are a little bit higher. But these are something that the students, can look at yourself to find information about your animal. Okay, so I went through and I found some really interesting facts about hippos in this book. Okay, and just like the websites, you want to make sure you look at different books. So I'm going to click X, right? And then I can always go and click on another book about hippos. Okay, and go through and read about that. Okay. All right, now I've already did my research and I want to show you what I came up with. So here are some notes I took. Okay, now you're going to notice I crossed out the first one. The reason why is because one of my first sources I looked at, it said hippos are about 5 feet tall. Okay, and so I wrote it down. But then as I was reading more about hippos, I thought, that's not a really interesting fact to me. So I crossed it out. I decided, nah, it's not that interesting. So then I kept going and I found more interesting facts, right? I thought it was more interesting that they weigh around 6,500 pounds. That's really huge, right? That's a really big animal. So I thought that was interesting. So I kept that one, okay? And do you see how I wrote down 8? You can write down as many as you want. On your Fascinating Facts page that you're going to have to fill out, you will need at least 5, okay? So at least 5, but I found 8 so far. All right, so I'm going to go back now that I've found my research, okay? I'm going to go to my Google Classroom, okay, under classwork, and you are going to find the topic titled Animal Research Project. This is where you're going to find all of the assignments for our animal research project. And for Monday, you will be completing the Fascinating Facts assignment. So I'm going to click on it. And as always, you will have yours that will say your name on it. Okay, you're going to make sure you view assignment, right? Click view assignment on yours. And then you'll click on the Google Slides. Okay, now I did include the directions as part of the assignment, but I will add them towards the bottom too, in the little note section down here. You know how you can pick this up and hover it. I'll write some notes here just to explain it a little bit more as well, okay? But simply what you're gonna do, right, you're gonna first write your name, okay? So I clicked in the box and I'm gonna write my name, okay? And then when you're ready, you're going to click in each of these boxes and write a fascinating facts. Okay, so I'm going to start with the fact hippos can weigh, and that is why it's important that I wrote these down on a piece of paper first. So now all I have to do is copy it, right? There you go. So hippos can weigh around 65,000 pounds. Okay, and you don't have to really worry about writing it as like a complete sentence or using certain explanation points or anything like that, because we're not writing our paragraph yet, right? We're just writing the fact, okay? All right, now I'm gonna write another one, and see what I did? I just clicked in the box right underneath it. I'm gonna say hippos don't really swim in water. They walk, okay? I'm gonna actually make this bigger. You don't have to worry about that because I'm gonna go through on yours and make the font size bigger, but I just highlight it and then I make it a little bigger so I can see it better, okay? And yeah, so that fact I thought was really interesting, so I wrote it down, okay? And then I would keep going, right? I would fill in the 3rd box with another fact, and the 4th box, 5th, and 6th. And as I mentioned, right, you wanna at least do 5. I would love it if you can fill up the whole paper with 6, because there's a lot of interesting facts, right, about these animals, okay? I may actually put another Fascinating Facts page here. If you want to find more, you could include more, but at least filling up 5. Okay, that is what the assignment is, to find at least 5 fascinating facts. Okay, and then as always, when you are done filling up your fascinating facts, you want to make sure, right? You can then click exit out of here. And then you want to make sure in your assignment that you click turn in, so it then gets turned into me, okay? And that is how you will complete your fascinating facts about your animal. All right, if you have any questions about this assignment or your animal research project, please let me know and I'm here to help. All right, have a great day. Bye.